that people don't like, apart from perhaps a slightly pricey point?
Well, I'm using a clear case, so no impact to me. I had a feeling that the fine woven case wasn't going to be so hot, so I decided to get a plastic case this year. In the past, I used the leather cases. Fine woven, it is picking up stains when you leave it on a table. If you go into an Apple store like many of us did over the weekend and you saw the fine woven cases on display, a lot of them are scratched up. I think people are taking their nails and scratching on it and pretending it's like an old school vinyl record, right? It makes a similar sound, though it feels a little bit like suede and it feels a little bit like a record. So clearly people are unhappy with the dirt and the oil and anything from your fingers that it may pick up. They don't like the feel of the material. It just doesn't feel premium compared to leather, and it's coming in at about the same price. It's very understandable why Apple made this move, right? They wanted to transition away from leather and all their accessories, so they came up with a new material to do that. I and many others just don't think that they landed on that right material with fine woven. Perhaps there's other materials they can use, like some of the materials in fake leathers many car makers are using. So clearly there may be an alternative that Apple will need to switch to in the future.
The problem, Mark, is that during the Wanderlust event, they really emphasized the accessories, moving away from leather, the sustainability of the new materials. But the strategy has not gone down well with the consumer. It's part of basically bigger picture sustainabilities and carbon reduction goals, right?
Yeah, it's a long-term thing. So, if this fine woven ends up being the failure that I think it is, and then they end up having to move away from fine woven, there are alternatives. They can make a fake leather. They can source a fake leather that feels like real leather. They could improve this material significantly, right? But what about all the people who've already bought this case? I saw people saying the best thing you can do with the fine woven case if you bought one is leverage the Apple 2-week return policy and bring it back to the store or ship it back to the online store and get a different type of case. Now, Apple does still sell the silicone cases. I have used those. I think they're pretty good. The problem is if you are wearing tight jeans, the case could really get stuck in your pocket. It picks up lint very easily, but they are quite protective. And of course, there's a third-party marketplace of cases. I've already seen and used plenty of third-party cases on the 15. They're pretty good alternatives out there.